Wonderful good day, ladies and gentlemen. Commodity TV today here in Vancouver, and I have a special guest here, Alain Lambert, who is the chairman of Cyprium Mining. You remember the company out of Mexico wanted to start with toll milling, and I want to talk now with him about what's the status of the company. Alain, thank you very much for taking the time.
Johan, great to see you again.
Great to see you as always. Cyprium Mining. We spoke last year about your terrific company. It's still small, but you are in the process that a lot of things are happened already and will happen. So maybe you can give us a short little overview about what you have achieved in 2014, and then let's talk about what's coming next.
Great, yes, I'd like to do that. So last year, 2014, was really the year where we laid the groundwork for Cyprium Mining and really the foundation of the company. Two main things happened is we started working on our flagship project, which is an old silver and copper mine in northern Mexico called Las Cristinas. So we did the extensive exploration, 2 phases of drilling, and we also acquired the exclusive rights to a plant that's just outside the town of Chihuahua, where we expect to start also a little bit of toll milling this year.
When you say you acquired the exclusive rights, is there a time limit on it, or how does that work?
In late October of last year, we announced the deal, and the way it works is that we have the exclusive right for 5 years.
Oh, that's okay.
And our cost for that exclusive right is a variable cost. So we pay on a per ton basis that would get processed, and we also have the opportunity to double the size. So it's a small flotation plant. It has a capacity currently of 100 tons per day, and we have the opportunity to double that capacity, which is one of the plans that we have for 2015.
Can you put that a little bit into perspective? Let's assume you are working with 200 tons a day. What would be, because you want to do this for cash flow, I assume, of course.
That is correct, yes.
What could be a possible cash flow for the company? Just rough estimators. I know you cannot nail it now down to the dollar, but do we talk about, like, let's say $50,000 a month, or it's more like $200,000 a month? What is the game plan?
Right. So in terms of revenues, so maybe I should explain that what we do is we would receive mill feed from various small mines in the area, and we acquire title to that. The way we pay for this is a share of the profit that we make, and then we take the ore that we receive from the miners, and then we process it and do a concentrate, and we sell that concentrate to large trading companies.
The usual way.
The usual way, which will then send them. So in terms of let's say maybe revenues is a better way. I think that our goal would be to initially to maybe $500,000 per month, and kind of work out if there are any bugs in the system, and then eventually crank things up and do better than that in the next few months.
So let's specify $500,000 revenues per month. That's not profit, but let's say let's assume if you have a margin of 25%, for example, then we talk about something like $100,000, $125,000 per month. That's correct, right?
Well, I'm not going to be very specific on margins,
but
you're not far off in terms of what could be achieved in an operation like this that's running well. That's right.
That would mean that this would pay for the company, that would pay for G&A, that would help a lot in the financing of the next steps. And this is what I wanted now to discuss with you. We are now in the beginning of 2015, of course, and you want to have your own mill, as I presume. This is only a first step. So maybe elaborate a bit on that. What is the next plans for that? Because you have to finance, right?
That's right. That's right. Before I do that, I want to say just, yes, you hit the nail on the head in terms of strategic priority is to be cash flow positive as quickly as we can, so that we cover G&A from cash flow, not from the issuance of shares. Okay?
That's good.
So we have a game plan for 2015 that has 2 priorities. So it's to obtain permitting to start mining at Las Cristinas, which is the mine that we own. And the other strategic priority is to crank up, if you will, the toll milling business, increase the capacity at the mill for which we have usage. We might consider, in order to increase production even further, maybe acquiring another mill, could be building, and so on and so forth. So we want to develop these 2 sides of our business, but that takes capital. And so our immediate priority is to work on the financing to finance the business plan.
How much capital we are talking about? Is it in the lower millions? Is it double-digit millions? Just to give an idea.
Let's say $3 to $5 million.
Okay, so that's foreseeable.
That's right. That's right.
And I assume, as you just said, you don't want to dilute shareholders. Maybe you do this like a bond or whatever, or a credit, or what is here a plan a little bit?
Yeah, that's right. So because most of the funds will be invested towards operations that will produce revenues and hopefully profit, then it gives us an avenue that some of our peers that do pure exploration don't have, and because you can't finance that with to do drilling holes as an example. So we have various avenues. The other thing also that I'd like to mention is that there are other companies similar to ours. I'll name Dynacor as an example, Inca One, and so we've seen these stocks perform very well over the last couple of years in a very down market, and Inca One, they were able last year to raise $5.5 million for an operation that they have in Peru, and the mill that they have is kind of similar in terms of size and scale that we have. So that when we look at that, it kind of encourages us that that there's an appetite in the capital markets for the kind of project we have.
Super. So you're working on that currently, and we can assume probably in the first quarter that this will be done?
That's a fair estimate, yes.
Super. Okay, perfect. Great. Yeah, coming a bit to, let's say, the future exploration, because you have your own properties, they are large enough,
That's right.
You found already, I think, some good, let's call it veins, or let's call it mineralization,
Yes.
What's the plan here for 2015? Do you want to drill also?
Okay, so in at Las Cristinas, the mine that we have, we did the first phase of drilling last summer, and we announced those results. And then just before Christmas, we did another drilling campaign, and we don't have the assay results just yet.
So there will be news flow soon also.
That's right.
Lovely.
So I'm hoping to get that in early February, and then at this time we will publish that. After that, the priority for the mine is to obtain the production permit, so then that we can go underground. You might recall that the mineralization we encountered is very shallow, so we would like to start a ramp at close to surface, and so hopefully we get that permit also in the first quarter, and then we will not only continue the exploration of Las Cristinas, but start production.
Perfect. That sounds to me like a really compelling story, and keep fingers crossed that you get the money, because I think this is the key for you now, to really get the money and then to ramp up the whole things, and then I hope that we can talk soon, and you will tell me, yes, we are in real production, commercial production, we make money.
Well, it's going to be a busy year, and I hope to visit you in Europe in the first or second quarter, and I'd be happy to update your audience at that time. But we're marching ahead very, very fast.
Okay, super. Alain, thank you very much, and enjoy the show here.
Thank you, Johan.
Thank you. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Alain Lambert, the chairman of Cyprium Mining. Well, you heard it. They are searching for the money. Hopefully they find it. Easter is in April, but I'm sure they have a plan how to do that. And exploration will going on also later in the year, and as you heard, the drills have turned already, so there will be some news flow coming quite soon from those drill holes, and as I see him laughing here all the time, I assume the results won't be that horrible. They will be good, I hope so. We will check on that and we keep you updated. Thanks, and bye-bye from Vancouver. Ciao.